Hey, hi, good morning.
Good morning, sir.
Morning, sir.
Okay, so now we have three students, Sehan, Lee Chin Fei, and Kubana. All right, so without, okay, Ibrahim, welcome, Ibrahim. All right, so without we wasting our time, we can start our presentation. Okay, and before that, I would like to say congratulations for your achievement because your paper or your project has been accepted for the conference. So later I will talk about the conference after we finish the presentation. So now we can start the presentation. Let me know if you cannot hear the sound.
Hello everybody, my name is Puvana Manukaran. My group members are Muhammad Ibrahim, Lee Chenfei, Sehan Amandu, and Dashini Kannan and Shuaib Shafiq. We are from Manipal International University, Nilai, from the Department of Computer Engineering. And today we would like to present about a survey regarding the latest trends of integration of gas leakage and fire detection using Internet of Things. Now, I would like to pass it on to N. Dashini to start off this presentation.
Thank you, Bhuvana. Greetings to everyone. So I'll be giving you a rough introduction regarding what is our project on. So as my friend mentioned just now, our project is latest trend of integration of gas leakage and fire detection using IoT. So let me explain you what is IoT. So IoT is Internet of Things. It is a network of physical object and with embedded sensors, or we can say it's a software or any other technologies like programs or any system. It is connected and exchange data with other devices and other systems over the internet. Over the internet meaning using an internet connection. That is why it's called as Internet of Things. So without internet connection, all of this system, all of this program cannot be run, cannot be done. So this connectivity really needs internet connection. So our project gas leakage and fire alarm detection is also based on IoT. Internet of Things. With the paradigm of the IoT, it is expected the number of connected devices will reach 50 billion by 2025 with estimated increase by $1 to 2.5 trillion USD by the same year. So moving on to our second slide, problem statement. So what is problem statement? We really need a problem statement before starting any of the project because only problem statement might give a rough idea on what are we going to do, and also our project are going to answer and going to be a solution for our problem statement. So our problem statement is why do we need to create, what's the necessary of creating this integration of gas leakage and fire alarm. So looking to our very first point, industrial activities and in developments. Okay, as we all know, industrial activities, our developments, our construction, our economic status keep on rising day by day in our everyday life for a better future and for a better life and a quality life. But the safety precaution in these all departments is still not given a huge priority to it. Day by day, fire accident due to gas leakage often happen in industrial area. Okay, people really don't prioritize the safety precaution. Let me give you a rough example. During our ancient day, people used to stay in small house without any facilities. But in our current days, there is a huge house with lot of facilities, very luxury house in our current days. But fire accident in housing area still do often happen from last time to still now because people really don't prioritize the safety precaution everywhere. Looking to our second point, this integration of gas leakage and fire alarm happen because workers are not aware of the system risk and also early warnings are unknown. Not only workers, people are everywhere, they really not aware of the system build. They really don't know how it's built and what they should do when any kind of problems or any kind of the consequences they face. So these are the main reason the gas leakage and fire alarm happen. Also, early warnings are unknown is before a gas leakage move into a big fire, they can actually handle it and avoid the gas leakage from turning into a fire. But early warnings are really not known. For example, in construction area will be very noisy and people will be very hectic and busy doing their own job. But a small gas leakage can cause such a huge fire and also can collapse the entire building. It's not going to only give a loss to the builders or the workers, but it's going to be a very huge loss to the surrounding people where it can cause human loss, death, and hazardous gas release and so on. So the drawback of this is that difficult distinguish between a small part of gas with high concentration and a large one with less concentration. That is because since it's covered a large area, it is difficult to find precise location of gas. Okay, looking at these pictures, it is the first picture is show the gas leakage. The second one is the fire factory that been fired, and the third one is another gas leakage. Okay, pictures are taken from affected factories. So the first one and the third one is a small gas leakage. As you can see, it is a very tiny hole that causes a gas leakage. But this gas leakage turned into a fire and causing a very huge loss. So gas leakage and fire are the one of the major problem faced in industries. Not only industry, factory, in factory area, in housing area, and everywhere. Hazardous gas and catching fire will cause early health issue among the workers or even that importance are not given. Okay, sometimes the hazardous gas that is been that is been leaked is not very good for human health, not only human health or surrounding. Especially when it comes to factory department or industrial area, they might use chemical substances or chemical gas for their systems and devices, but this gas can cause a very big health issue such as respiratory system problem, breathing problem, and so on. Sometimes people might accidentally inhale this acid gas. They won't realize, but day by day, it can causes problem inside their system and also lead to human death. So this picture shows fire alarm and gas detector. These are the current gas detector and fire alarm used in our current days to detect any gas leakage and to detect fire alarm. This fire alarm is very common, can see everywhere in our shopping mall and shopping area. This alarm, if any hotter temperature is detected than usual temperature, this alarm is tend to make noise and warn the people surrounding to move away from that place because that plane is catching fire. Uh, this is a sufficient way, but I won't say it's a very sufficient way because sometimes it can be a fake. Sometimes the fire alarm can be cracked and make noise for no reason. And also the gas detector. The gas detector is not going to give a precise guess what are the leakage point, and also it has a certain limitation because the gas leakage pipes are very huge and only this gas detector only can locate a certain part. So this is the current method I use, but really it's not sufficient way because the gas leakage and fire catching fire are still happening everywhere. So detection of gas leakage and fire warning system are designed to sense harmful gas leaks and to locate fire early in order to ensure safety and emergency response staff early identification play a vital role. This device is created to solve this problem in more efficient way by the current method used in industrial. Okay. And that's all from my part. Thank you. I'll be giving to my friend Ibrahim to continue with the theoretical framework. Thank you.
Thank you, and I am Muhammad Ibrahim. I will speak to you about the theoretical framework. So, the multi-case sensor has many use cases. It can be used in industry, healthcare, smart grid, smart cities, smart farming, and smart homes. So, an example scenario would be in the gas industry. So, the gas industry have a lot of gas pipelines. So, the gas detector robot is injected into that gas pipeline, and then once the leakage detection detected, then it will trigger the reaction system. So it will turn on the alarm, and then it will send the proper information to the laptop and smartphones relevant authorities. So now I will talk to you about the detection of leakage position. So the mini robot enables the identification and leakage of subsistence gas in areas that are otherwise difficult to reach by Neon Fuel on 2019 use a small detector that can move around the pipeline and detect the exact leakage position by K Lalita 2020. So the mini robot detector is injected into the pipeline, so which can move around the pipeline, which is the human cannot reach in the narrow position. So it can easily find the gas leakage exact positions. So moving on to the signal and movement of mini robot. So the leakage is sensed by Mq2 sensor, which is the gauge sensor. The signal sent to the Raspberry Pi and the leakage status can be monitored through the Wi-Fi by using PC or mobile by Nyan Pure on. The IoT technology is implemented here to make quick decisions to prevent the accidents. So by K. Lalita 2020, the MQ6 gauge sensor is embedded in the device for the detection of the leakage, and a Raspberry Pi 3 board is used to send the signals through Wi-Fi and network. So this is the system how it's embedded in the mini robot. So the MQ2 or MQ6 gauge sensor is embedded in the Raspberry Pi. It is powered and it can move through the gas pipelines using the motor drivers and motor. So once the detection was found, so it will send the informations using the Wi-Fi to phone and mobile. So it is either detected by MQ2 or MQ6 gas sensor. That's all for my part. I would like to pass it to my friend Lee Chen Fai to continue with research methodology. Thank you.
Thank you, Ibrahim. Hello and good day to all respected viewers. My name is Di Chenfei, and I will be presenting the three research methodology in regards to the project. The first method we'll be looking at is the gas leakage and fire detection using Raspberry Pi. In this method, power adapter, fire sensor, gas sensor MQ2, Raspberry Pi, 3 Model B, and GSM will be used. In the setup, the power adapter will be used to power up the entire framework. So in this framework, there are two types of sensor, which are the fire sensor and the gas sensor. And both of the sensors are attached to the Raspberry Pi. When the sensor detects both fire and the gas, a voltage is created and will be acting as an input into the Raspberry Pi, which causes the sensor to warn people by sending the message through the GSM to the people. Due to the existing of the advanced controller, the method is more effective than the currently available system in terms of data collection from sensors, which will be coded with Python in a particular file and for the ecology circumstances. The second method we'll be looking at is the gas leakage detection based on IoT. In this method, load cell, gas sensor MQ5, power supply, Arduino, LCD display, Wi-Fi module, buzzer, and a relay which connected to home appliance will be used. So in this proposed system, the gas leakage is detected by MQ5 sensor, which is interfaced by the Arduino. When the gas spillage is detected through the MQ5 sensor, the Arduino will be turned on and buzzers is set off with ringer alert to warn the user, and LCD display will show appropriate message to the user. At the same time, the warning will be sent to the user via the mobile phone, which is associated with the Wi-Fi module in the diagram. This essential point of this proposed framework is to identify the gas spillage, which is recognized by the gas sensor, and that the user will be warned about the incoming harm or outburst that the framework detects. The third method we'll be looking at is the IoT-based detection of leakage in gas pipe. In this system, gas sensor, ultrasonic sensor, and temperature sensor will be act as the input, power supply, Arduino Uno, LCD display, Wi-Fi module, motor driver, and DC motor will be used. In the system, When the gas sensor is activated through the gas leakage, ultrasonic sensor which detects the something is wrong in at the pipe, and finally the temperature sensor which detects the surrounding temperature and detects something abnormal in the temperature. The three inputs will be transformed into voltage to the Arduino Uno, which then will send the signal to LCD display to display appropriate message to the Wi-Fi module. It will then send out message to the user via the Wi-Fi module. And finally, the motor driver will start working along with the DC motor. So in this venture, the pipeline is painstakingly observed, utilizing the rover which is joined to the pipe that diminish the mishap because of spillage. It is profoundly utilized in enterprise for detecting destructive gas. This will decrease the labor and save the life of the employees there. With that, I would like to pass the baton to Sehan so that he can show the viewer on the other research methodology that is used for the project.
Thank you, Lee. I'm Sehan Ahmad Dugamage, and I will be speaking about the fourth method, the fourth and final method derived by the works of Gaida Pradhan and Stella Norris. So the key components of this methodology, the brain will be the Arduino Mega for this chosen project because of its bronze. And other key components include the LCD to display messages, an MQ2 gas sensor, an HC05 Bluetooth module, the choice of transmission this time, an ultrasonic sensor, a GPS module for location sensing, a driver module which will provide commands to the DC motor with the wheel. And the entire system will be working with an IoT module, and the entire robot will be powered by a power supply, which has not been prescribed as of now. By the proposed specification of Pradhan, the brains of the bot is an Arduino Mega. So the Arduino Mega specifically is based off of an Atmega 2560, and it has a massive 54 input and output pins, and 14 of these are PWM pins, and 16 of these are analog, and 4 of these are for hardware and serial and so forth. So speaking about the specification of this robot, specifically the signal transmission, like detection and receiving signal as well. The bug-like robot will employ an LPG gas sensor to identify possible loss of pressure. It will be the MQ2 gas module that I spoke of before, and it will return high pulses to the Arduino board from the sensor, which will prompt a reaction. The reaction being the Arduino board will use a HC05 Bluetooth module to send a signal to a system that is connected to. As for movement, I would like to highlight that the robot is triangular in shape so that it can fit through a cylinder shape or a pipe with very much ease. And the Arduino Mega board is responsible for sending signals to its motor, to the sensor module as well. So with that, I pass the baton to my friend Puvana to speak about the results. Thank you.
Thank you, Sehan. I'll be explaining about the results and findings in this topic. The table shows different types of sensors to detect various gases and chemicals. It also shows which particular gas or chemical is detected by each sensor. We believe that this table would help in choosing the most suitable gas sensor required for a situation. Now, Mq2 sensor is the most commonly used sensor in the above methods as we saw just now, which is why it is highlighted here. The features of it are it detects a wider range of gases and chemicals, which are liquefied petroleum gas, propane gas, and hydrogen gas. It is cheap, it has a longer lifespan compared to other gas sensors. It also has a simple drive circuit. As for the application, MQ2 sensor can be used as a detector in domestic as well as in industrial situations. It also can be used as a portable detector. Now, the other gas detectors are MQ3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, and 9. Each of these sensors have their own features and applications respectively. This is an application circuit that can be used for any MQ series gas sensors. This circuit consists of a 5V battery, a switch, and a section for any MQ series gas sensor. It has 4 resistors, and the 4 resistors are further connected to an IC LM3914, and this IC is further connected to respective LEDs. Now we are looking at the comparison results of MQ2 and MQ5 sensors, where MQ2 sensor senses propane, butane, LPG, and smoke, whereas MQ5 senses natural gas and LPG. Hydrogen gas, carbon monoxide, and air are all detected commonly by every sensor. Especially alcohol. Alcohol is detected by every sensor only if it comes with a LPG detection kit. So that is all from the results and findings. I would like to pass it on to Shuaib to conclude this presentation.
So thank you, Poona. So now I'll be talking about the conclusion for this. So basically, the integration of gas leakage and fire detection using the LOT applications offer in solving the transparency issue, such as in communication and accountability. Now, due to the existing advanced controller, the methodology is more effective than the classic system, like in terms of data collection and etc. Like the new methodology is better than the old methodology. So now the latest technology, that is the MQ2 sensors, are better than the MQ5. So this paper concludes that using MQ2 sensors is much better than MQ5 in detecting the certain gases for the certain gas leakage, and the activation of the alarm is much faster. Similarly, different types of sensors can be attached to the Raspberry Pi if the program with the additional GPIO is pins and is updated to the operational. Thank you.
Okay, thank you very much for your presentation. Okay, very good. All right, so far I have no question about your project, and now I would like to talk about the conference. Okay, conference that is named ROVISP 2021. So this is a conference organized by USM. Okay, USM, and this conference will be held by by virtual conference. Okay, that's mean virtual conference like what we do, like what we did just now, and also you will have the live presentation. Okay, live presentation mean you need to be there during the conference, and the advantage of this conference, okay, the advantage of this conference, they are talking or they are discussing a lot of the variety of the technology, especially in the uh, robotic vision, signal processing, and power application. So here you can see that there are a lot of topics discussed. And next, you can see that there are a lot of the participants from international, from local to present their works. And also you can see others research project. Okay, you can share the information with others. And all right, so the reason why I want you to publish in this conference because of this one. Okay, because of this paper will be published under Scopus. Okay, Scopus means certified certification in Malaysia, especially. So this paper also will be published in Springer. Springer is one of the top publication, okay, around the world. Okay, so that means that your project are valid. Okay, your projects are valid to the publication since your paper already have evaluated by the examiners. Okay, by the examiners, and Also, you can see the comment from the examiners. Okay, the comment from examiners. Okay, you can take the comment from the examiner as your lesson, and also as your what? As your point of how you want to improve the paper. Okay, but it doesn't matter if you want to do the correction or not. Okay, because of once you are published, once your paper has been accepted, so that means it's accepted. So there is no correction to do after that. If you want, if you don't want, if you don't want to do the correction, it's okay. Right. So this presentation will be had on 5 and 6 April 2021. Okay, 5 and 6 April 2021 will be on Monday and Tuesday. Okay, will be on Monday and Tuesday, but I think you can attend only one day only, 5 or 6, depend on the timetable. Okay, so now we wait for the instruction from the organizer for the next step. Right, so for this presentation, the price for this conference is subsidized by me. Okay, you no need to pay. Okay, okay, for the early bird we can pay only around 250 ringgit, because this paper or this project is based on the Malaysia, MIU Malaysia, and also this conference also is organized in Malaysia. So that means we are in local conference. Okay, local conference. All right. So I think no need to do the correction after this, because I will conduct the correction later on. So there is no correction made by you. All right. So now I would like to ask of you, who want to be a presenter? Presenter means that you are the one who will be present, and you are the one to be here during the presentation. During the presentation, okay. And then you will give the certificate later on after the presentation. I'm not sure whether they will give the the hard copy certificate or I mean, they will give the soft copy certificate. But I think doesn't matter. If you have the soft copy certificate, easy for you. If they provide us the hard copy, that means you can take it in the university later on, or maybe I can scan for you for your certificate later on. Okay. So now I would like to ask all of you, anyone who is interested to join as a presenter for this conference, because previously I asked Puvana to be a presenter. Okay, since she was a leader in your project, so I'm asking her to do the presentation, and however she rejected, okay, the application, the offer from me. So now I open to others, anyone who are interested to join for this conference. I think no need to scare, or no need to no need to worry about that, because this is just a presentation only. It's just a presentation, and maybe they will ask you one or two questions. That's based on your works. It's okay. And if you cannot answer the question, it should be no problem. It's not a big deal, because this is just a discussion based on what you have done for this project. Okay. So I encourage you to be a presenter for this conference before I open to another person. I mean, not in this class. Okay. Because I have a lot of selection, okay, to be a presenter. But now I open for this class first. Anyone who want to be a presenter? Jehan, you want to join?
Not so sure.
Not sure. Okay. How about Lee Chen Fei?
My presentation skill is not that good, so I'm not sure.
I think it's not about the presentation skill. Doesn't matter. Because of this, just for your learning process. Learning process, how to present the paper around the. You can say this is the international conference, so you can. This the presentation skill we can polish. We can polish the presentation skill, and but now I'm asking about the experience. How you want to feel the experience in the international conference? That's all.
Sir, I'll do it, sir.
Stehan, you want to do?
Yeah, sure.
Okay. So everyone agree?
Yes, sir.
Yeah, agree.
Yes, sir.
Okay, good. All right. So Sehan, you will be a presenter for this conference. Okay.
All right,
So
sir.
so now I will register for you. Okay, previously I published 2 papers in this conference, recent trend in IoT embedded data, and see rejected. So you are so lucky, okay? You are so lucky because your paper is accepted. Okay, so for the presenter, Sehan.
So it's only one presenter.
Yes, only one presenter. Okay, Sehan, I think you need to do the bio sketch for your profile. Please
Mhm.
ask Sehan and Mandu to update the sketch from their profile. So can you do it now?
Yeah, I'm
Okay.
heading to just.
Yeah. I think just put a simple one only. No need to put a lot of information.
There's no such thing as profile sketch here, but wait, let me share my screen, sir.
Yes, can.
Can you see, sir? Is it this one?
Wait, can you go to the profile? My, okay, go to my and select profile. Can you see the update go to no, go there, edit. Do you see the profile section there? I cannot see very clear. Thing password, upload, okay. Language spoken, credit card information, upload photo, area of interest. Can you go to the area of interest? Oh, no. Okay, go back to the my.
So I think you should look at the conference side.
Conference site. What do you mean conference site?
The bottom part, the papers authored in all conferences.
Okay.
There's a column for edit.
Okay,
No,
go there.
it's all right.
It's
Oh,
not
no.
like it's not a link or anything.
No, I think it's come from the profile. My profile. Okay, my
Yeah, I'm in that
profile.
section.
Okay, already there. And okay. So next config. What happened? Config. No, the next.
Oh, wait.
Yes. Add config and name. Okay, add config and name organization.
What's about having the same email?
Okay. What is the complete the email domain? Okay, for the email domain, can this one you put what? MIU. Can you put your email address?
This one, sir?
Yes. Okay, this one also, the next one.
So it's an organization domain, sir.
Okay, it's okay. Okay, add. Click on add.
Click on what? Add, all right.
Add more. Must be domain name. Okay, go back. You put the. Do you have your scholar ID?
I think it's 106111. Scholar. This one? Yeah.
Yes.
Nope, still Sensor.
I think at scholar.miu.edu.my. Okay. Okay, doesn't matter. Can you share your password and your username so that I can try to do?
Sure, I'm not exactly sure I remember.
I think you can put if you not remember the password, then you can move to the
Yeah, so let me stop sharing my screen first.
yeah okay. Okay, never mind. We will do later. Okay.
Right.
All right. Okay. And okay. So now Sehan will be the presenter for this presentation. So later I will discuss with Sehan for the next step. All right. So thank you very much for your coming for this class today, and also very good job for your presentation and also for your project. Even though this is only the review paper project, but I think next semester or next 2 semester for your FYP project, so that means at least you can take this as a project, as your FYP project. Okay, as your FYP project, since you already have the experience right now based on the literature review. So the next thing I think you can make it real. You can make it real for for your project later on if you want to continue this project. Okay. So thank you very much for your coming today, and that's all. And all the best for your final exam. And I will post the latest career mark later on. Okay. So do you have any question to ask before we leave the session, the class?
No, sir.
No, sir.
Okay. So that's all for me, and thank you very much. Bye bye.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you, sir.